Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I don't know what I was doing that for. Oh no, I used that my thumbnail. um yes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. Yes. um yes. So, if you're seeing me in the same outfits in two different videos, is because I filmed two different videos in the same day to post on two different days, basically. And yes, I want to quickly do this before somebody walks in because it's awkward holding a phone and talking to the phone. Yeah, basically. And I'm like facing my window right now. I don't know if you can see. And obviously, their windows, and anybody who is looking out and seeing me holding my phone like this is gonna be like, what's going on? Okay, so I want to start what do you call it? I want to start no not start continue a sorry, the light is going a bit funny, what's it? Okay. I want to continue a episode, a series that I started and haven't actually carried on for a while now, so I want to like post another video for that series. And it's, I can't remember the name of it either, it's been that long. It's Devotional something for teens, I think. Yes, anyways, the title will be there. So the Bible verse I'm going to be going through is from Philippians 4:12-13, which basically says, I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is whether it is with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. And I feel like we hear this phrase a lot saying, oh, I can do everything, I can do anything, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But then when it comes to a situation, our mind isn't really thinking about that verse, or when we think about that verse and then we think about our situation, it's like, but can I though? Can I really do everything through Christ who strengthens me? Because the way my situation is looking right now is making me think that, think something else, think that it's impossible. Maybe this particular situation Christ can't handle. Yeah. And especially when you get to university, you kind of just learn to live on little. Sometimes you have a lot, a lot of food in the fridge, clothes, money, and then there's sometimes when barely any food is in the fridge or in the cupboard, and you're struggling to know what, you know, where my next meal is going to be, or how I'm going to cope with this week or this month or these next couple of months, because university life is real, guys. It's real. And obviously student loan is not, I mean, it helps, but if you have an expensive accommodation like me, the majority of your student finance goes to that, and then you don't really have as much as you'd like to, sustain you, but you just learn as a university student to be able to, handle that and get by day to day. That's what, and some of you may be thinking, okay, why don't you just work? I have already considered that, but with the way my schedule goes, it's changing every week. So to now try and put a work where, it's a set time period and set, oh, my arms are aching. And it's, yeah, where it's a set time period each week, will just start to clash with a lot of things that I do. So work is not really feasible right now, unless I find work that's, can fit around my schedule, my changing schedule. But yes, which getting there, God, with God's help. And I just feel like we need to remember that, God is in control, even though it doesn't look like it, because there have been a lot of days in my life when I've been like looking at my situation and thinking, how on earth am I going to get through this? How on earth am I going to get through this month or this thing that life is throwing at me? And thinking about Bible verse, and I'm just like, not gonna lie, it's not really doing me the same way as it was when the situation wasn't here. And it's just to be really satisfied with where you are. And I know it sounds a bit probably cliche and, I don't know, weird in a sense, because obviously you're going through the situation, you don't know where it's going to end up or how it's going to turn out, and then now you're telling me to be satisfied. Is you okay? But yeah, it's just to trust. I've learned, especially through this year, my first year of university, that it's just to trust in God, because He does provide. He does, sustain you and get you through. And even though that you may not be where you want to be right now, or in the finance you want to be in right now, or having the things that you want right now, it's still to learn from that perspective and from that situation, and have the right perspective, so that it doesn't, I don't know, so yeah, just basically to learn from that perspective anyways. So yeah, I don't even know if I'm making sense. I always feel this way when I'm filming. I don't know if I'm making sense. But anyway, so like in the verse that I read is Paul basically just saying that I have lived through times when he had everything that he needed. He's lived through times where it's been challenging for him because he's had little. But he's learned the secret of every situation, which basically is just to be satisfied in the fact that God does provide for you, even though it does not feel like it at the time. There's some times when I've been struggling and I've felt like, oh, God isn't helping, God isn't there, He's not provided for me. But then after I've gone through the situation, I look back and I'm like, okay, actually, now I see that God's hand was there, because this could have happened, or I could be in a worse state than I was then. So it's just to really just have the right perspective, really, because we as humans do tend to see the negative side of life, the common phrase, glass half empty. So yeah, I suppose the take on this video is just to have that right perspective, and to know that regardless of the situation that you are in, that God will provide. God is there in that situation. I've been through too much, especially through this year, to now say that that God isn't real, that God does not provide even in the worst situations. So I just encourage you guys to hang on, because God is there, God will help you. And yes, I hope this video was helpful. I hope that as I continue to do these videos, that I get better and better at them. But yes, basically, but yeah, so God does give you the strength as well. And even the times when you don't feel like you have the strength to carry on, or to go through even in the times when you feel like you don't have the strength to go through the situation, it's just to ask God for that strength, basically, because there are, like I said, I'm relating to myself again. There have been times in my life when I've just been like, oh, God, I literally, like, the energy to do this is just not there. So I was asking Him, can you please give me the strength and the grace to be able to do this, because right now I just don't feel like doing it, basically. And true to His word, He does come through, because God is a gentleman. He's not going to act until you have asked Him to act. It's like when Peter walked on water. He was drowning. Jesus saw he was drowning, but it's not until Peter, asked God for help until God. It's not. It's not until Peter asked Jesus for his help before Jesus actually went in and helped him. Like, imagine Jesus is right there, and this is a funny thing, because this is how a lot of our situations are. Jesus is standing on water, calm and everything, right? And he's watching Peter drowning, basically. And it's not that he doesn't want to help. It's not like he can't help, but he wants you to ask for that help. It's like when you have it's a father son, father daughter relationship. When you want something from your parents, you go and ask for it, or make subtle indications. This is still in a way asking, but you the point is, you go and ask for what it is that you want, or what it is you want to see, before they give it to you. It's the same with God. You need to ask him, you need to bring him into that situation before you start seeing things changing, before things start actually, before things start changing. And that's something that I don't know, this past year I've been learning so much, or learning more about what I already knew. And so you've got to ask before you receive. It says this with, asking you shall find, knocking the door shall be open. So God is a gentleman. He's not going to do anything until you ask him, until you bring him into that situation. So we've got to be more asking. Actually, there's something yes, we've got to be more asking, but we've also got to be more thanking. And there's a lot about it, but in this particular scenario anyway, we've got to remember that God is there. God is all powerful. He is in control, and he can help you. All you've got to do is ask, and continue to communicate with him as well, because it is a communication. I always hate that word religion, but let me not divert from what this message is actually about. I'll probably talk about that in another video, about why Christianity for me is not a religion and it's a relationship. But we'll probably talk about that in another video. Now I've actually got to go and do revision, and then I've got to go out in like an hour's time. But yes, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it did help you guys who are going through a situation and wondering where God is in that situation. Yes. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit my Musically channel as well, and go and subscribe to that too, because I do some things on there, some special things for you guys, you know what I'm saying. Wow. But yes, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, night, or whenever it is you guys are watching this. But yes, bye.